Assalamualaikum and greetings. We are Group 2 under the name Najjah. We are pleased to present our topic, Teachers' Roles in Overcoming Student Dropout Issues in 3R. This presentation is presented as part of our USLB 2122 Professional Communication Skill 1 course, Section 48, guided by Madam Norshamsina binti Ramli. The focus of our discussion revolves around understanding the roles teachers can play to tackle the issue of student dropouts, specifically in reading, writing, and arithmetic, or the 3R Foundation. Let's dive right in. Here are the members of Group 2. Our group consists of myself, Fatin ZAHIDAH binti Muhammad TAHA, A23HP0039, FETIMA EZZEHRA binti Muhammad YUSRAN, AUNI NABILA binti AZRIL, Cik ALIA SHAHIRAH binti Cik ZAMRI, and NURSYAFIQAH AMIRAH binti HASNI AMIR. Each of us has contributed to this presentation, and we are excited to share our insight with you. To give you an overview of our presentation, we have divided it into 4 main sections. First, introduction. Second, background of student dropout crisis. Third, suggestion to overcome student dropouts. Lastly, conclusion and recommendations. Let's start with the introduction. First and foremost, I will introduce the topic of our presentation. We focus on the role of teachers in reducing student dropout rates, particularly addressing the challenges of reading, writing, and counting skills, often referred to as the 3R problems. The purpose of this study is to examine how teachers can contribute to minimize the student dropout rates through effective teaching methods and communications. These foundational skills are often where many students fall behind, leading to frustration and disengagement. By understanding how teachers can intervene through innovative teaching techniques and strong communication strategies, this study seeks to create a framework that helps students to overcome these barriers. The emphasis here is not just on identifying the problem, but on discovering practical and teacher-led solutions, and to ensure every student has the opportunity to succeed academically. The objective is to identify specific ways in which teachers' methods and interaction with students that can prevent dropouts and ensure better retention. Teachers should act as mentors, role models, and facilitators in the classroom, making their role pivotal in shaping students' experiences. Some methods that could be considered include active learning strategies, such as engaging students through group work, discussion, and hands-on activities. Meanwhile, tailored instruction, such as personalizing lessons based on the individual needs and abilities of students. Also, frequent feedback, like offering constructive and consistent feedback to keep students motivated. By improving teacher-student communication, teachers can build trust, address students' emotional and academic struggles, and also create an environment conducive to learning. The problem we're addressing stems from the fact that many student dropouts due to financial difficulties, lack of motivation, and family-related challenges. These external factors can affect students' focus, attendance, and performance. However, the root of the issue often stems from the inability to engage with the curriculum effectively. For example, a student struggling with basic arithmetic may feel inadequate in mathematics class, leading to disinterest in school altogether. Similarly, a student unable to read fluently might find other subjects increasingly challenging. This shows that the issue is deeper than just external barriers. It also involves the lack of tailored support within schools. Teachers can address this by providing interventions at the classroom level. In this context, we will focus specifically on the role of teachers and offer 2 key recommendations to tackle this issue. That means we will examine how teaching techniques can be adapted to address varying levels of students' ability, focus on 3Rs as a critical area for improvement, and provide actionable recommendations for teachers to implement in their daily teaching practice. Finally, through this discussion, we aim to learn strategies that can improve student retention, particularly by fostering positive teacher-student relationships and employing effective teaching practice. To illustrate, teachers need to employ methods that not only deliver knowledge, but also make learning accessible and enjoyable. For instance, using visual aids to simplify complex topics and breaking down lessons into smaller and manageable parts. In particular, a teacher's attitude and communication style can have a significant impact on a student's engagement. Building a supportive and understanding relationship with students can help to create a sense of belonging and encourage them to stay in schools. With that overview in mind, let's dive deeper into each section that my friend will explain on the next slide.
Before we move on to the next point, Let me introduce myself. My name is NURSYAFIQAH AMIRAH binti HASNI AMIR, and my metric number is A23HP0191. Now, let's dive into the background of the student dropout crisis. As you can see here, there has been some improvement in dropout rates. In 2023, the percentage of Year 2 and Year 6 students who could not master basic literacy skills dropped from 7.75% in 2022 to 5.65% by the end of the year. While this shows progress, the issue of student dropouts still persists and calls for effective and comprehensive actions to address it. The challenge remains significant. According to Minister of Education, Fadlina Siddiq, nearly 28% of the 448,113 Grade 1 students enrolled in the 2024-2025 academic year still struggles to master the basic literacy skills of reading, writing, and counting. Now, let's explore why this is happening. There are two key factors contributing to student dropouts. First, socio-economic issues. Many students from low-income families face serious challenges in accessing the basic tools they need for learning. These include things like books, stationery, and even digital devices like laptops or tablets, which are becoming increasingly important in today's education system. Without these resources, students find it hard to keep up with their lessons. On top of that, some families face financial instability, which often force children to take on responsibilities at home or in some cases even work to support their families. This disrupts their education and make it even harder for them to stay in school. Second, there's the issue of language barriers. For some students, the language they speak at home is different from the one used in school. This creates a gap, making it difficult for them to understand what's being taught, communicate with their teachers, or participate in classroom activities. Over time, this struggle can lead to frustration and a loss of confidence, which push them further away from their education. If these problems aren't addressed, students will continue to struggle with basic skills, limiting their ability to achieve their full potential. This doesn't just hold them back in short term, it also reduces their chance of building a better future. Without proper interventions to tackle these challenges, the dropout crisis will persist, leaving many students behind and creating even greater challenges for society as a whole.
Let me introduce myself. My name is Cik Nur Ali Shahirah binti Cik ZAMRI, and my metric number is A23HP0028. Next, I am going to explain about some suggestions to overcome student dropouts in studies by focusing the importance of using different teaching methods in a remedial teaching approach. According to K. Dasaradi, C.H. Sri Raja Rajaswari, and PVS Badarina, 2016, remedial teaching is the use of activities, techniques, and practice to eliminate known weaknesses or deficiencies in slow learners. The remedial teaching is a target method used to help slow learners overcome their specific weaknesses or learning deficiencies. It involves using particular activities, techniques, and practice that are designed to provide additional support and practice, enabling these students to catch up with their peers. To achieve this, methods like repetitive exercise are used to reinforce learning and help students retain information. Additionally, audiovisual aids such as projectors, learning videos, computer, and tablets are incorporated to make the lessons more engaging and interactive. This method helps cater to different learning styles and enhance. Moreover, audiovisual aids have several advantages in the learning process. They capture students' attention by presenting information in a visually appealing and interactive manner. This approach not only keeps students engaged, but also creates a better learning atmosphere and reducing boredom. Furthermore, it allows teachers to diversify their teaching methods, making lessons more varied and effective. Finally, the teaching techniques employed are tailored to focus on each student's individual strengths and weaknesses. By addressing specific needs, these techniques ensure that students receive personalized attention, which lead to more effective and meaningful learning sessions. This individualized approach enhances the overall educational experience and promote better academic outcomes. By implementing these strategies, we can better support and reduce dropout rates effectively.
My name is AUNI NABILA binti AZRIL, matrix number A23HP0025. I will present about second suggestion to overcome student dropout in studies. Educators can organize intervention programs that emphasize improving students' performance, students' engagement, and growth of academic abilities to overcome student dropout in writing, reading, and counting. Some of the activities that can be included under the intervention program are tutoring, mentoring, homework assistance programs, and strong academic support. Tutoring focuses specifically on academic subjects or skills, while mentoring includes academic guidance, personal and career development. In other words, mentor may address academic challenges but also help mentees with decision-making, goal setting, and confidence building. Other than that, homework assistance program helps students to complete their homework effectively, and strong academic support creates good learning environment and provide resources. The question is, how can these activities be done? According to the National Dropout Prevention Center 2022, it should be done by having a direct interaction between mentor and mentee, preferably one-on-one interaction. This individualized time allows teachers to differentiate their lesson or teaching technique based on each student's specific need. For instance, a student who excels in English may also require additional support in history. Since every student learns differently, personalized learning from one-on-one live teacher can make all the difference. It is because one-on-one setting allows teachers to customize activities based on student strength, address their weaknesses, and include their interests to keep them engaged. Other than that, it can also be done in a small group of people that involve breaking the classroom into smaller groups. Working closely with students in small groups helps teachers to develop a deeper understanding of students' strengths, challenges, and misconceptions. It's easier to identify where a student needs to excel and where they may need additional support. This personalized approach, either by direct guidance or communication in small groups, fosters a deeper connection between the teachers and the students, which lead to creating a more conducive learning environment. Intervention programs are crucial because they offer pupils individualized, targeted, and specific guidance tailored to their needs. These programs also address individual challenges and ensure each student receives the support necessary to overcome the issue of student dropout in reading, writing, and counting. Additionally, intervention programs create a safe and supportive environment where students feel confident to ask questions without fear of judgment because they are at the same learning level. This openness encourages active learning and helps build their self-assurance, ultimately fostering both academic and personal growth. Therefore, student enthusiasm to learn will increase because they receive solid support from teachers and peers.
Let me introduce myself first. My name is FETIMA EZZEHRA BINTI Muhammad YUSRAN and my matric number is 823HP0042. Well, that brings us to the end of the presentation. Now, I would like to conclude and give the recommendation in dealing with student dropout issues through teacher roles. So, from the point that my group members have been told, we all know that students who are weak in 3R skills pose a great challenge to the teacher in order to think about teaching methods and ways to make all their students understanding in learning. The lack of socioeconomic status within students' families makes it hard for the students to access essential learning materials such as activity books and reading resources, which are critical for academic success. Additionally, language barriers further complicate the learning process, particularly when there is a disparity between the language spoken at home and the medium of instruction at school. For instance, Indian students may primarily communicate in their native language at home, yet they are required to adapt to Malay and English as the primary language of instruction at school. This linguistic disconnect can make it difficult for students to fully engage and adapt during learning sessions. Ultimately, contributing to the issue of student dropouts, these are the factors that leads to students dropout issues. In this situation, the teachers plays important roles to overcome the students who are weak in 3R skills. There are many ways for the teacher to overcome it. Firstly, teachers can decide the best teaching approach based on students' understanding level from easy to hard. This helps students learn more easily. Secondly, teachers can use different technology aids in teaching methods. For example, teachers can utilize educational videos and integrate elements of entertainment into learning, a concept known as edutainment. This approach not only makes learning more enjoyable but also helps students retain information more effectively. Lastly, teachers can organize intervention programs. Through these programs, teachers can offer focused attention and personalized guidance, addressing the specific learning needs of struggling students and helping them stay on track academically. By employing these strategies, teachers can significantly contribute to reducing dropout rates and fostering a more inclusive and supportive learning environment. Besides, a key recommendation to address student dropout issues is to motivate students by offering consistent moral support to boost their interest in learning. Teachers, parents, and peers can play an essential role in encouraging students to believe in their abilities and potential. For example, teachers can praise students for their efforts, celebrate small achievements, and create positive classroom environment where students feel valued and supported. Additionally, organizing motivational talks, sharing inspiring success stories, or pairing students with mentors can instill a sense of purpose and determination. When students feel emotionally supported and understood, they are more likely to develop a positive attitude towards learning and stay engaged in their education. That's all from me. Thank you.